Hey guys, what's going on? It's the Wrestling King 619 back with another video. In this video is my experience at the big event Long Island. First, I met Magnificent Don Morocco. He said his favorite match was against Superfly Jimmy Snuka. He signed my 8x10, my action figure, which was the Jakks Pacific Classic from 2005, and we took a picture. That was also his last ever meet and greet. Next, I met the Koloffs. It was a Koloff reunion. Ivan Koloff sadly passed away in 2017, but I met Nikita, Vladimir, and Neil Koloff. I can't remember which one of them. It was either Nikita or Vladimir, but one of them said their favorite match was against Andre the Giant, and the other one said against Ric Flair. Also, I've never really heard of Neil Koloff, but he wrestles more in the South. He said his favorite match was against the Hardy Boys. They assigned my 8x10, we took a picture, and Nikita also gave me a flyer for this thing called Man Camp that him and Lex Luger co-founded. It's about getting closer to God spiritually. It's from October 18th to the 23rd. Then I met Jillian Hall, and I asked her, was that really a mole that the boogeyman ate off your face? And she said no, it's just something that they put on, which I kind of figured. But I mean, you don't know with Boogeyman. I mean, he eats real worms. So she said her favorite match was against Melina, who was also there, but I didn't see her. She signed my 8x10, we took a picture, and she subscribed to my YouTube channel. Next is, hi friend, Eugene. He said he doesn't have a favorite match, but he was in the ring with The Rock, Hulk Hogan, and a bunch of other legends. He signed my 8x10, we took a picture, and in the nicest way possible, I think he's a little off, because he said the best part of having an action figure is being able to play with yourself in public. Then I met Dakota Kai, and her favorite match was against Lyra Valkyria in the Women's Intercontinental Championship Tournament. She signed my 8x10, and we took a picture. Then I met Tessa Blanchard, and she said her favorite match was either against Brian Cage or Sami Callihan, who are both men, intergender matches. Then we took a picture, and she sent me 8x10. Then I met Renee Young, aka Renee Paquette, who is a backstage interviewer. She used to be for WWE, now she's for AEW. I asked her who is her favorite wrestler to interview, and shockingly, it wasn't her husband, Jon Moxley, aka Dean Ambrose. She named me four of them: Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Paul Heyman, and Dolph Ziggler. She signed my 8x10, and we took a picture. Next, I met Fandango, aka Johnny Dirty Dango. He used to be in WWE, but then he went to TNA, but he's actually retired now. And he said that he liked working with Randy Orton. He signed my 8x10, and we took a picture. At the same table, it was Alicia Edwards and Eddie Edwards. Eddie said his favorite match was when he beat Fandango in his retirement match. And Alicia said the first ever Ultimate X match. Kurt Hawkins and Hornswoggle were there. I met them before. I literally have met Kurt Hawkins, aka Brian Myers, like 7 times, no joke. I was wearing my NYWC sweatshirt, and I showed him because he used to wrestle for NYWC. Hornswoggle dressed up as a leprechaun. I mean, he is a midget, so. Then I met Deonna Purrazzo, and she said her favorite match was against Jordynne Grace in 2023. We took a picture, and she signed my 8x10. Then I met Cora Jade, and she told me her favorite match, but I forgot what it was. I asked her if she can sign it as Cora Jade, because she goes by Elena Black now in TNA. She said that she can sign it whatever I want. So she signed my 8x10, we took a picture. Then I met Chris Statlander, who also used to wrestle at NYWC, and I showed her my sweatshirt as well. I forgot to ask her what her favorite match was, but she signed my 8x10 and we took a picture. Then I met Tommaso Ciampa, and he said his favorite match was War Games or the TLC matches, and he signed my 8x10 and we took a picture. Then I met Sammy Guevara. Tay Mello was also there, but I already met her. They're married. They were taking turns watching the baby, and it was her turn, so I was able to meet Sammy Guevara. Guevara said his favorite match was against Cody Rhodes in AEW. That match that was like a banger. That was probably like a month before Cody and Andrade when he went through the flaming table. Then I met Santino Marella, the Cobra Man. his favorite match was against McIntyre in a blindfold match. I asked him where his twin sister was, Santina Marella, and she said she's around here somewhere. Then he signed my 8x10 and we took a picture. I also bought the Cobra puppet and he signed it. The signed puppet with the signature and the puppet included was only $20 more. So I'm like, all right, that's cheap. All right, yeah, I'll get that. This woman wrestler who was next to Santina Marella, her name is Stormy Denali, and she's from Ring of Honor. Then I met JTG, and he said his favorite match was him and Shad, Crime Time, Brooklyn, versus Jericho, Chris Jericho and Big Show. Shad wasn't there, obviously, because he passed away back in 2020. He saved his kid in the ocean, but couldn't save himself. I got an 8x10 that had both of them on it, and he wrote Rip Shad, and then he signed it. And we took a picture. Then I met Chuck Taylor, Chucky T, and his favorite match was against Zack Sabre Jr. in PWG. He signed my 8x10, and we took a picture. Earlier in the day, I bought a Playboy magazine of Christy Hemme, who was actually there, and she signed it, and we took a picture. Also, her favorite match was against Awesome Kong in TNA. Then I met Earl Hebner, who, besides Charles Robinson, is the greatest referee. They said I couldn't ask about the Montreal Screwjob, but his favorite match that he refed was any match of Stone Cold's, because that means that he got free beer. Then we took a picture, and he sent me 8x10. Then I met Julia Hart, and her favorite match was winning the TBS Championship. We then took a picture, and she signed my 8x10. Last but not least, we met Rick the Mom Martel. My mom literally waited on the line for over 6 hours for me just to meet him because that was his last East Coast appearance. His favorite match was against Jake the Snake Roberts when he sprayed him with the oil. Also, he did not look anything like he used to. He now looks like a real estate agent that plays golf. Throughout the day, I took a bunch of pictures with these people that cosplay as wrestlers. There was a guy dressed as Dusty Rhodes, a couple of people dressed as Macho Man, including the real-life Peter Griffin, the Iron Sheik, Mr. $1 Million Man, 2 Rick Martels, and a Diesel, who makes a better Mark Callis, aka Undertaker, before The Undertaker. Then I met this girl who dressed as Melina. I got her Instagram, and not realizing until she posted that she's a webcam model on Chaturbate. She won the costume contest, and she literally had 150 followers on Instagram, and now she has about 2,500. I also met this guy Tanzalizing Tony, and I asked him, are you Tanzalizing Tony? And he says, yes, I am. And I said that he always comes up on my feed. I love him. And without any hesitation, he said, let's take a picture. Then I got a couple of shirts and $160 worth of wrestling figures that he sold for a good price. And they're older ones, too. I literally got like 12 of them. Reggie had to leave, so it was just me, Alex, and Mom. And we went to Applebee's. I got the OM cheeseburger with fries and a green drink with a shot of tequila that tasted like a watermelon drink with a twist. I would definitely get it again. And I paid because I had like $700 left that I didn't use from the show. Also, Bull James, aka Bull Dempsey, who used to be on NXT, that has been wrestling for NYWC for years, was also there too. Later on that day, we went back to the Suffolk Community College in Brentwood, the same place that the meet and greet was, because House of Glory was there. It's usually in the city, but kill 2 birds with 1 stone. The big event plus HOG, which the Hardys are their tag team champions, but they weren't there. They were in Vegas. But the show was fun. That was my first House of Glory show. Some of the wrestlers that wrestled there were also doing the meet and greets earlier, like Indy Hartwell, Mina Shirakawa, and Sammy Guevara, etc. I got a sweatshirt and a blue Penta mask when I was there. Then we were talking to Dijak for a good 5 minutes, and then we left. Big shout out to the Big Event New York that comes up twice a year, once in March and one in November. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1K subs by the summer. I'm the Wrestling King 619. I'll catch you next time. Peace.